There isn't a person on this planet who has completely perfect habits. As people, we are imperfect. We get distracted, we procrastinate, we make mistakes, and sometimes we hold on to harmful habits simply because they have been a part of our lives for so long. There are many harmful habits that can hold us back professionally and, of course, in our personal lives. Taking inventory of my own harmful habits, a trend emerged. First, I knew I wasn't alone and that many people also struggle with letting go of their own harmful habits. By being able to identify which of our habits are harmful, we can finally make a change for the better. Are you ready to shine a spotlight on your harmful habits and make that change? First, you need to know which habits are the most harmful and are seriously holding you back. Number 1. Always saying yes. Too many people stretch themselves too thin. Saying yes to nearly every request in your life is one thing that could be seriously holding you back. We don't always have time to go to every event that we're invited to, and we can't keep taking on extra work just to help others. These types of things hold us back from our own goals. Sure, there are times that we should say yes. We should always say yes to new opportunities that will provide future benefits. We should also say yes to spending time with those we love when it's within reason. But when it comes down to it, we shouldn't always say yes, especially when we are stretching ourselves too thin. Number 2. Constantly seeking approval. On some level, we all require validation. However, that validation doesn't have to come from others. It can come from you. Those who are constantly seeking approval from others neglect one seriously important thing: validation from themselves. At the end of every day, you are the only person who has to live with yourself and the choices you've made. Another thing that I used to personally do all the time was to seek approval from the wrong people. When we do need that validation, we need to make sure that we are seeking it from the right sources, if we truly need it at all. Number 3. Blaming everyone else, but never yourself. The world doesn't owe you shit. You're lucky to be here at all. There is an entire culture of entitlement that has grown over the last couple of years. Nobody has to help you, and you are the only one responsible for yourself. Need something? Find a way to get it yourself. Blaming others for mistakes that you made is going to get absolutely nowhere. If the same things tend to keep happening to you, odds are the blame is solely on you. Personal accountability is something that will propel you forward. Blaming others is only holding you back. Number 4. Not taking proper care of yourself. If we aren't taking of ourselves, we can't be at our most productive. This holds us back tremendously. Self-care is one of the most important aspects of life, but yet it's ignored by so many. Take care of yourself. Take breaks when you need to. Go to the spa. Exercise. Eat healthier. Whatever you do, take care of you. You cannot offer a drink from your glass to somebody else while you're thirsty. Number 5. Talking, not doing. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Inaction is costing you more than you know. While it is healthy and perfectly cool to talk about what we're going to do, we also have to actually follow through. Number 6. Negative self-talk. Constantly putting yourself down is going to accomplish nothing other than lowering your own self-esteem. Try your best to replace those negative things you say to yourself with positive things. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "How am I going to do this?" Number 7. Not being prepared. There are a lot of things in life that we can't necessarily prepare for. On the other hand, there are a lot of things we can be prepared for. Anything that has to do with your professional life should be something that is always prepared for. Whether it be having the right tools, dressing correctly, or knowing the answers to commonly asked questions, we should always be prepared. If something is coming up, personally or professionally, you should always make sure that you're taking the time to be prepared for it. Number 8. Making assumptions without a legitimate reason. Do you know what they say about assumptions? They really do make an ass out the one making assumptions without reason. Assuming that somebody doesn't like you without any reason is holding you back. Assuming you can't do something without even trying holds you back. Seriously, unless you have a legitimate, concrete reason to make an assumption, it's better to leave them at the door. You never know until you know for sure. Always be certain being assuming. Number 9. Living in a negative mindset. And finally, the most important thing. A negative mindset is always going to hold you back, in every way that matters. Living in a constant state of negativity gets you nowhere and likely makes everyone around you want to get the hell away. The biggest change I've ever made in my life was deciding to stop living in a negative mindset. Avoid the negative and chase the positive in every possible way you can. When it comes down to the harsh reality, you are the only thing holding you back. All these habits can absolutely be changed, but it all starts with mindset. Stop blaming the world, society, or circumstance and make changes to get where you want to be. Put all these things holding you back behind you and replace them with positive habits that push you closer to your goals. Let me know what's holding you back in the comments. Have you overcome something that's been holding you back? What were your methods?